Hello again, everybody. This is video number 5 in 5 days. Unreal for me, for sure. Um, let's start off with a little bit of housekeeping again. Since I'm new to this YouTube arena, this is my new YouTube channel, I really need your help in regards to spreading the word. If you like these videos, please be sure to click the like button. Be sure to subscribe if you would like to be notified of future videos that come out. And of course, please share them with other like-minded individuals that you believe might have the ears to hear. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about this video that's coming up. This is going to be the fourth part of 4 channels that I did last week. And along with the messages came an urgency. The urgency was get this up on the internet just as quickly as you can. And that urgency has not left. That's one of the reasons I've been a little bit compulsive about getting these up as quick as possible. So this video that you're about to hear, I guess I should say the audio that you're about to hear, is about, it's a continuation of what I've been referring to as Channeling 101. It's a little bit about what makes the channel come through, what it feels like for me when I do it, what's going on in the cosmos, and the reason that it's happening as it is. So this particular video also has a minimal amount of light language. I know that is a trigger for some of you. But this would probably be, of the 4 videos, this would be the one that has the least amount of light language. I gave some consideration to editing that, and I quickly got the feeling, no, that is not okay. These messages are to be put out into the world unaltered and exactly like they came through me. So for those of you who have ears to hear, you will enjoy this. This is also a video where you will notice that there's a significant amount of overtone. It's also called throat singing. You'll notice that when I'm toning, that there's a solid note, typically a very low note, and on top of that is a multitude of different sounds. The sounds go up, they go down, they sound different depending upon what part of my throat they come through, but that's called overtoning or throat singing. And so you'll notice that in this video or this audio quite a bit. And so anyway, with that housekeeping out of the way, I hope you enjoy this 4th and final installment of the introduction to the voice of I Am and Channeling 101. So I hope you enjoy it and have a wonderful, wonderful day. One other thing I forgot to mention in the introduction video, I would like for this YouTube channel to become as interactive as possible. And I know there are some of you out there that have questions about channeling that were not necessarily covered in the 4 videos of Channeling 101. So I would like you to post those questions in the comments section, and I'll either answer them one at a time in a future introductory video, or maybe I'll accumulate them and I'll do them all at once in a single Q&A video. So let's try to make this as interactive as possible, and we'll all learn a lot more, a lot faster. So that was just what I wanted to say before we start the audio. Enjoy. I love you all. See you soon. This is the voice of I Am. For those that have ears to hear, you will hear this message. This message will find you. We are trying on this new channel. You would not go into a concert with an instrument that you had not yet practiced with. And that is somewhat what is happening here. We are trying on this new channel. We are seeing what her limitations are. We are pushing the edges, we are pushing the limits, we are seeing the best way to come through her so that she can be as crystal clear as she can possibly be. We This is the voice of I Am. This message is for those who have ears to hear. For those that have ears to hear, this message will find you, or you will stumble across it accidentally, serendipitously, coincidentally. Some of you may wonder, what does this feel like for Alexis? The number one thing that she must feel before she knows that the channel can come through clearly, the voice can come through clearly, is she must feel warmth in her heart. Warmth in her heart or in her solar plexus. As long as those areas feel warm to her, then she is certain that the channel, that the voice that comes through will be unaltered. If at any time that heat leaves her body, then she will necessarily stop the channel and continue to tone or do something else to get her vibration back up so that the message comes through unaltered. Occasionally, ego will try to analyze or try to change the words that come through, and as soon as that happens, the warmth in her chest or her solar plexus will disappear. And whenever that happens, then she knows that she needs to do something to get the vibration back up. And some of the time that is through toning or light language. Sometimes we will cause her to do that. Sometimes she will do that in order to keep the channel clear. It can be a combination of both or either or. This is the voice of I Am. This is for those who have ears to hear, and to those who resonate with this message of love and light. So just like a professional musician must practice with their instrument before they play in front of an audience, that is kind of what is happening for us right now. We are trying on this new body. We are trying on these new vocal cords. We are trying on this channel in order to make sure that the message comes through clearly, unimpeded, and unaltered. Of course, we would have not chose Alexis if she did not already have the qualifications and the experience to channel us. She may have told you in a previous upload to YouTube that she has been channeling for about 2 years. And it took about that long for her to understand her body in a way that she knows when the channel, when the energy is coming through crystal clear and unaltered. At the beginning, she struggled with ego quite a bit, and therefore it was not confident enough for us to allow our message to come through. Because if ego begins to compose or to analyze or to alter the message in any way, then it is not a clear, perfect message. And so we had to let her practice exactly like a musician would do with a new instrument. And as she has grown in her strength and her abilities to channel, then we saw that there was the opportunity for us to speak through her. And so that is what we are doing now. And you will notice sometimes the voice will be higher than others. Sometimes it will be lower than others. That happens as a result of what she has been doing previous to the channeling. If she has already been toning or doing light language, then the vocal cords may be warmed up enough that the voice will be lower and somewhat resonant. One of our dear friends said that the voice of I Am sounds very much like a radio voice, and we find that humorous because Alexis has never spoken on the radio before and has always been fascinated by those late night FM radio jockeys. That is not the correct term, but the people who use the very soft and slow voice late at night on the radio to soothe their listeners. This is the voice of I Am. This message is for those who have ears to hear. The message will find you if you have resonance with this message. You know who you are. You will know when you hear this because it will light you up the same way that it lights up Alexis. Something in your body will go, oh my goodness, I'm supposed to hear this. This is the voice of I Am. Let those with ears to hear gather and come forward and spread the words of love and light. This is the journey of Earth.1 transitioning into Earth 2.0. As Earth 2.0 moves into the fifth dimension, the non-physical dimension of love and light, where love is all there is. Not everyone who currently lives on Earth will make this transition at this time. That is not their fault. That is just their path. They are not yet ready. As we said, this message is for those who have ears to hear. Not everyone has ears to hear at this moment in time. Therefore, they will not make this journey at this moment or at this period of time, but their time will come. It is just not right now. You may find that this message feels repetitive, and that is done intentionally. For when you plant a seed or you plant a bunch of seeds, you never know exactly when they will sprout. The same is true for these messages. Some people will get the message on the very first listen. Sometimes it will take people 2 or 3 or 4 listens in order for them to resonate with the message. And that is perfectly, absolutely fine. Since time is an illusion anyway, it doesn't matter how many times you listen to the message. You will also notice that sometimes it will be mostly toning, sometimes it will be more light language than others, sometimes it will be very little light language, sometimes there may be very little toning, sometimes it will be mostly verbal and vocal toning with words, and it will be a combination of all of those most of the time. We never know what's going to come through because the energy of love and light varies based on the energy of the cosmos. And it is an offsetting energy of love and light based on what needs to be counteracted in the lives and the energies of those that are on the planet at this moment. And as we know, you cannot predict the future, for this is a planet of free will. And since there is free will, some people will choose the path of love and light, some people will choose the path of darkness, and therefore the energy needed to counteract that will change instantaneously. And so that is the reason why the channeling tones, light language, and voice will alter from time to time and even from minute to minute. You will also notice that sometimes the transition from toning to light language is smooth, and sometimes it is abrupt. As we mentioned earlier, that is a direct reaction to... reaction is not the right word. It is the exact energy needed to offset some energy shift in the cosmos. It may be on planet Earth, most of the time it is, but it could also be in the cosmos. So whenever something occurs that is a dark energy, then the light language or the toning will need to offset that in order to continue to raise the vibration of the planet. And so that is the reason why you never know whether you'll get toning or whether you get light language or a combination of both. The transition may be smooth, it may be abrupt. It depends on the activities that are occurring on Earth or in the cosmos at that time. It is always an offsetting of energy because in order to raise the vibration of the planet, everything that is dark or negative necessarily must be offset with love and light. This is the voice of I Am. Let those with ears hear the message. Let those who do not resonate with this message go on about their day, unaltered and unimpeded. This message is not for you. Those who have ears will hear. You know who you are. This is the voice of I Am. This is all we have to say for today. We love you. Goodbye.